On the heels of the Microsoft / ZeniMax Online merger deal, you have a lot of people within the Stadia community saying what is next for this platform. But I'm here to tell you why the Bethesda / Microsoft deal does not mean trouble at all for Stadia. That's right, I said it, at all. Let's get into it.
Stay sick cause I follow my gut. They say I was pushing my luck. I'ma push me a matte all black truck. Oh, I'm not sorry.
What's up, people? What's up, people? What's up, people? It is your boy MM2K back again with another video. Do me a huge favor before we get into this one. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, rock those bells for notifications, please, so you know when I'm dropping these doses. I appreciate all of y'all straight up. Y'all know the deal. Y'all know the reason, and y'all know the slogan. I am not too proud to ask. Let's get into it. All right, so here we go, people. First and foremost, let's talk about the story. Microsoft bought ZeniMax Online, the parent company of Bethesda, for what? $7.5 billion. Wowzers, right? Wowzers. And it appears that ZeniMax Online is going to operate standalone. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to operate in tandem with Xbox. They're not going to be absorbed into Xbox from what I could see and from what it appears. Looks like they're going to be a little bit independent, but they are going to partner with Xbox. And what that means is all ZeniMax developed games and published games through Bethesda will come to Game Pass day one after the current contracts for the games that are still yet to come. Once those are complete, they're going to come day one to Game Pass. That's huge, and that is a game changer in the long run. But again, as I talked to in the bumper, there are concerns for many in the community that are now questioning Stadia's value proposition. They're saying, now that Bethesda is coming day and date to Stadia, coming day and date to Game Pass, why would anybody pick up Stadia? Like, the Game Pass subscription service now officially has what it was lacking, which was day and date content that people would adore. You can get all that content along with now Bethesda games at a certain point coming day and date to Game Pass. Why would somebody sign up for Stadia Pro when you have such a juggernaut at your fingertips for simply $5 more? Here's the thing. First and foremost, I get that sentiment. I get it. But we are having, once again, our rampant amnesia or short-term memory when we're talking about this deal. I will say this first and foremost. We have no idea what the combo offerings of Uplay Plus and Stadia is going to be. We don't know if it's going to be $20 a month, more than $20 a month, how many games are going to be offered, all that stuff. And excuse me, last time I checked, even on Xbox's most played list themselves, the Ubisoft games are tracking higher than the Bethesda games. Ubisoft is one of the most cherished game developers out there and game publishers out there. They have underperformed in some arenas, but that's all looking to pick up soon. Opposed to where you have ZeniMax, who has dipped down considerably. I believe just a few years ago, I think they were worth $9 billion, but then they got bought out for $7.5 billion, And then on top of that, if my memory serves me right with those figures, on top of that, again, their last few titles have underperformed. And again, I'm not taking away from the impact of the deal. This is huge no matter what. But again, I'm putting that all out there before people start doubting the impact that Ubisoft is about to have with Uplay Plus on Stadia. We don't know what those offerings are, and those offerings are a lot more immediate with Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Watch Dogs, Phoenix Immortals Phoenix Rising, Far Cry 6, with those coming around the corner and those hitting that subscription model. Until we get a price and we see the totality of games, that's too premature. All right? And that's the perfect segue into my next point. How long will it take for this whole deal to come to fruition for Game Pass gamers? I mean, the Bethesda games that people are playing right now are already in Game Pass. Fallout 76 and Fallout 4. They're already there. You can get Skyrim for $5 a month. They might add Skyrim in there just for craps and giggles. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not $5, but you can get Skyrim somewhere for $5 on console, right? But they might throw it in there for craps and giggles. But the games right now that are fresh, the freshest and the newest titles from Bethesda, they're not drawing people in droves to the platform. I mean, we heard at this announcement that yes, it rose from 10 million to 15 million in a matter of a few months. That's great and that's fantastic. But even at 15 million, that's far less than a third of current Xbox gamers still subbed to the subscription service. And the service has been out for 3 years. I would surmise that Xbox's sweet spot for the subscription service is around 30 million. That's where they want to be, at least. That's the baseline number they want to be at. For the logistics and for the numbers and all that, and the investment, 30 million is where they want to be, at the very least. So they still got a ways to go. So with that being said, again, the content that's already in there from Bethesda, the same content that's going to be in there for the next few years, is not driving people in droves to the platform. So you don't see an immediate offering like you're going to see when Uplay Plus becomes live on Stadia. You're not Elder Scrolls 6 8 next year, Starpoint 8 next year. These games are a long time away, rather. Then the newest offerings from Bethesda, which is Deathloop and the Ghost game, those are currently PlayStation timed exclusives, and they're going to remain that way. So they're likely not coming to Game Pass until late 2021 or even 2022. Again, Uplay Plus, the game catalog that is more valued even to Xbox gamers, well more than Xbox first party games and even Bethesda games. That is an immediate offering that you're going to see likely in 2020. You're not seeing these new Bethesda games for a while. You know what I'm saying? So, again, this talk is premature. I get where people are excited. This has helped increase the mind share for Xbox as it should. This has long-term ramifications that cannot be overstated. I mean, this is big. But when we say, oh, Stadia's done when? When are they done? Because Uplay Plus is coming soon, and these new games that are going to make Game Pass finally appealing day and date are not coming soon. I want to send everybody that with this rhetoric calendars so they can differentiate time and days. Again, deal will have long-time ramifications that are big and solid for Xbox, but as far as immediate, no. Now, it was smart to announce this right before pre-orders, but then even though when we look at pre-orders, it's too low. The access is very difficult. So everybody that wanted to get access via the All Access program, say that fast 5 times, they're not going to get it. And like I said in the previous video, Everybody's not going to qualify for all access. It's a credit program. And if you're trying to lease a $300 console, in all likelihood, you should check your credit score before you start calling. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just keeping it jiggy. You got to check that credit score, okay? Now, with all that said, again, I don't want to take away from how big this announcement is. This is the gaming announcement of the century. This is huge for Xbox, and they needed this. But I just wanted to peel back the layers and fully examine this mantra that this means trouble for Stadia, and it means trouble for Stadia now. When you look at everything in totality, when you pull out that thing called the calendar and you look at the days when this is really going to have its impact, because of when the games are going to come out, the games still got to come out. You look at the fact that the games that are out now are underperforming, and they're not driving people in droves to the platform, to the Game Pass platform, then it kind of brings calm to the storm of, oh, Stadia's in trouble now. It makes it look absurd as it should. Now, with all that said, it doesn't mean that this shouldn't raise a brow over at Google at all. I'm not saying that. Because here's the thing. Xbox really flexed some serious muscle with this move. And what they showed that they are willing to put the chips out there, to put the money on the wood to buy what they want to buy. $7.5 billion ain't nothing to sneeze at. And Bethesda was somebody that early on supported the platform. So because of all that, because of all this, you then have to ask yourself, if Stadia's first party offerings, as admitted by Jade Raymond herself, she said, you're not going to see our version of Breath of the Wild for 5 years because it takes time to develop games. So if that is the case and Stadia has to lean on second party offerings, if Microsoft buys up all the noteworthy second party publishers that could have possibly worked with Stadia, what are they going to do? I think that's a reasonable question to ask and something that should be thought of down the road. Now, a wise man told me behind the scenes, MM2K, we don't know what Stadia got working on behind the scenes. We accidentally fell on top of the fact that Stadia is likely opening a London studio, researching some other stuff. And they still haven't announced that yet. But we found proof of that. So with all that being said, we don't know what Stadia got working on in the background that's of big ramifications themselves. Stadia likes to keep everything close to the vest. Right now, at this moment, they're not trying to compete at that level. They got their execs running all over the internet, praising Microsoft and PlayStation, and I don't think that's a coincidence. I know we've talked about it, but now that I think about it, I think that's purposeful. While they're doing that, they just want to be liked by gamers. They want to be welcomed into the gaming community, and they feel like that's their claim to fame. Hey, look, man, if you like it, I love it. Whatever. But with all that being said, they do have to be cognizant of, if it's going to take you several years for your first party studios to start churning out the quality, who are going to be your second party, people that you go to. And if they don't have something cooking on the back burner, here are my suggestions. I would go to Zipper Interactive. I think that's the group. They're like a super small version of Bethesda, or not Bethesda, ZeniMax Online. I would buy them and get that 4A studio that made Metro, because those are talent developers. Or if you want to come big like Microsoft, do a similar deal that they did with ZeniMax for Ubisoft. Get Ubisoft in the camp. Make them a subsidiary of ABC Company. Let them stand along with Stadia and let them partner with Stadia, just like how ZeniMax Online is partnering with Xbox. And what I would do is I wouldn't make anything exclusive right now. Don't rock the boat too much. Let them still make stuff for other consoles, but in the same time, get these studios working on porting these games over to Stadia. So Stadia's library is increasing. And then when they're ready, when Stadia's really ready to hit the floor running, then you start coming out with the exclusive content, whether it's time, whatever the case may be. But that's what I would be doing. I would be eyeballing those two companies to get those group of talented people on there. And again, even if after you acquire them, if you have them working on content for other platforms for the next 2 or 3 years, that's great. At least you're controlling you're overseeing the operations of game development. That helps you get better and get ready to do this at a big level once your first party is up to par and up to snuff and ready to go. And with that said, that is it from your boy MM2K. Again, nothing to worry about as far as Stadia is concerned. In the immediate future, we got Uplay Plus coming. Look, even besides that, I got Serious Sam coming in a couple of days. I got Baldur's Gate 3 dropping in 6 days after Serious Sam. We got a demo coming for Phoenix Immortal Rising or Immortals Phoenix Rising. And we don't know what else we got coming. We got Dead by Daylight coming too with the crowd play feature. We got a bunch of stuff coming down the pike. EA's gonna be dropping some games out. We got games and we got stuff coming now. I'm not sitting there jumping out of the window saying the sky's falling for something that's not gonna come to fruition for 3 or 4 years down the road. Stop it. That's it. That's it from your boy. Hey, let me know what you think about the content below in the comment section below. If you did like it, hit that like button again as a reminder. Share it out. Subscribe, please. It means so much to us and it helps out the platform in more ways than you could imagine. But at the end of the day, who cares what I think? Say what you think below, as I just said, because I'm repeating myself. And if you did like what I had to say, check out the links below to follow me. Those links will lead you to the Broadband Bullies, PNTS Network, Hard Knock Digital Culture, and yes, the Stadia Dosage. With all that said, do not fall for the okie doke for the crazy man rhetoric. You all have a wonderful, wonderful gaming day. Peace.